Are we live? I think we all live.
Are we?
I think so. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, Mystery Mugs and Melanin. My name is Crystal, and this is
Celine.
all right. And it is our Wednesday night True Crime Live talk chat. And today we'll be talking about Con Mom. We're gonna give a few minutes for people to come in. If anybody comes in, hey Mitzi, we'll give it a few minutes. Here we are looking at the ceiling again, Celine.
Look, this is the best y'all gonna have to do. Hi, Mitzi.
I need it to be better.
I can't right now. I have to work on my setup.
I don't mean right now, I mean in general.
Okay, I'm gonna work on it one day.
Okay, one day. Kamani, are you eating ravioli? You left the ravioli out and Saint has the paper that you tore off of the package. All right, if you are here, say hello, say hello. We know Mitzi's here. Oh, what the heck did I just walk into? I'm dancing. What is it? So it's called the Bankhead Bounce.
I'm dead.
I think I would know what that looked like, huh? So Mitzi, did you watch Con Mom? Let him have it. Let him have. Give it back to you. All right, put that up. Did you watch Con Mom? A diva. Can't let it be.
Well, I watched it.
Mommy, what time is it?
I
All right, it's
watched
just.
it in between, like in while I was working, and I kept having to pause to work, and I was like, "Oh, I'm trying to watch this."
But you got through it.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it last week. I don't know. I was on it. I guess I was looking for something to watch, and I was like, I should just watch Con Mom.
I
And
started last week, but I didn't finish until
it
Monday.
was an easy watch.
It was an easy watch, but I had started and then I was like, I'm just gonna wait. And I was like, let me not wait till the last minute though. So on Monday I put it on. It wasn't too busy at work.
Mm. It was. It was the. It was good, but it was border. It was borderline boring. Like it could have been boring, but the story is crazy. All right. I don't know if anybody else is coming today. I just made some posts and reminded people. So I guess we'll see. I don't know if Missy disappeared. Missy, did you watch Con Mom? Did her? She might have stepped away. Uh, All right. So if you're watching on the replay, here is the rundown of what happened on Con Mom. Come on in. What are you doing? I need help. Why? Because it's too hot. You're gonna have to either get Sissy to help you, or you're gonna have to just wait for it to cool off a little bit, or move that out of the way so you can get to it better. Well, mommy, I don't know how to move that out the way. Come on, just push it to the side. That's all you need to do. Oh, you saw it, Missy. Okay. What? All right. So the rundown of Con Mom. You want me to do it or you to do it, Celine?
Doesn't matter. I love Midsummer Murders, Gina.
Hey, Gina. Been watching TV shows and stuff from Midsummer. What are you doing? What the? Okay, so I'll give a quick rundown. Celine, you're good with details if I skip over details. So basically, the documentary is about a guy who named Graham. So Graham was raised by his dad and his stepmom. At the time of the documentary, he's older. I don't know, like 40. I don't remember. But he does not know his mom. He never knew his mom. He only knew his dad and his stepmom. Well, as an adult, he's married, has kids, and or he
No,
has a fiance.
her fiance, and she was pregnant.
Yeah, fiance, and she was pregnant. You're right. And all of a sudden he gets a call from someone saying they're his mom. So they asked her to do a DNA test. She did the DNA test. I think.
No, at
Am
first
I?
she didn't. You rushing it. Calm down.
Am I?
Hold on. First of all, when him and his fiance was together, he got curious about his mom because he never met his mom. He was raised in foster care until his dad and his stepmom continued to raise him. And then at this point, he's a renowned pastry chef. He was on
Yeah.
what is that British show? I can't remember, but he was on the
Be
British shows
careful,
like
Kamani.
when they do baking and stuff. And then
Hold
so
on now.
can I keep going?
Yeah, go.
It's in
Come on.
2020,
What's
and
your
he did
down?
a
They're
little
not
bit
getting
of
anything.
research trying to find something, but he couldn't. And then in 2020, he received an email from a
That's
woman
too
named Dion who
much. You
claimed
know.
that she was his mother. And he was like, wow, is this real? He asked her some questions that just a stranger wouldn't know. And she knew. So they decided to meet. And she told him Junior Bake Off, something like that. And she told him that she decided to reach out because she had been diagnosed with a brain tumor and bone marrow cancer. She only had about 6 months to live.
Yeah.
And then she was about 85. And then she claimed that she was the illegitimate daughter of the former Sultan of Brunei. Brunei. Yeah. So, in that, Brunei is a small country in Asia. But anyway, she claimed that she had this huge fortune of money because of her lineage, because she was technically the illegitimate child, and she wanted to leave it all to her long lost son. And I think that I mean, obviously that intrigued him, but I think most of all is because he hadn't had a mom for he was like 45 or something like that. He had never had a mom, and so he latched onto this woman like with everything.
And she
And
love bombed them in the beginning.
she did love bomb him in the beginning. But um it started off okay. Junior Bake Off is what it was called. Thanks, Gina. I'm sorry. So she told me that she had cancer and 6 months to live, and this is in the middle of COVID, like it's 2020 and stuff. And then she said she was the illegitimate child of the Sultan, and she had various business ventures like fruit farms and palm oil and all kind of like stuff that she had amassed this really huge fortune. And then so
And
uh
it was believable to them because she was spending money on
dropping
him
money.
like crazy. Like she brought him to get cars, I think Range Rover for him and his wife and his fiance.
She stayed at
Um
5-star hotels. She bought them luxury cars for him and his fiance. And then the girlfriend, the fiance, sorry, gave birth like in September, and the mom's or Dion's health seemed to get worse, and so she moved in with the couple and the newborn baby for a few months. And then that's when she told him that she needed uh Graham to go to Switzerland with her to sign paperwork to make him the inheritor of her fortune, of her wealth. Remember that? He had just
mhm.
had a baby.
And
They
they
just
spent,
had a baby.
yeah, just had a baby, and his fiance is being understanding because you know, how can you tell somebody no, you can't go with your mom that that you just got back in touch with. So she's being understanding, and he's just so high on happiness and love that he's not even realizing.
Yeah, because when they got to Switzerland, her expensive spending continued, but then she started saying that she couldn't access her funds because of COVID.
That
Uh
reminds me of Delvey. Uh was it Anna Delvey?
Anna Delvey, yeah.
She remind some of the things she did reminded me of her, like the hotels,
Yeah.
and
So
can't
and
get to
like
your money.
the people in the hotels, these expensive hotels, knew her. Like she had spent time there before. And then so she promised him she would pay him back, for everything, any money that he lent her or whatever, whatever. And then she met his best friend. She met Graham's best friend while they were there. And she told him to call her grandmother. And she was like, I'm going to take care of you because you're my son's friend. It's like family. And then she told him she was going to buy him a house or give him $2 million or something like that. And then when Graham got up to leave, she told him that I'm gonna give you some, so you need to give me some. And she asked for some amount of money, and he was like, I don't have that,
She asked for like $10,000, I think.
And he was like, I don't have that. And she's like, don't tell Graham. But while they were there were other people that she talked to about investing in her company, investing in companies, like 3 other people, this man, a woman, and another an Asian woman, an Asian man, and another man. And
Okay,
uh,
Gina.
Gina, she like promised to pay them back, and they lent her money. And then so it just became a thing. So when they were in Switzerland for quite a while, and the fiance was feeling some way because she's at home alone with the brand new baby, and he's gone. And
And they
then
kept extending
they kept
extending the trip.
extending, yeah. And then eventually he they went back and everything. But I think that while they were in Switzerland, the fiance went home to New Zealand for the baby to meet her family. So they get back, and the mom decides to move into this luxurious apartment that's like super luxurious, and she's paying for this and she's paying for that. Then all of a sudden there's like issues with the money. All the time she's on the phone with her lawyers and her bankers and stuff, and they never signed the papers. But it was just like a whole bunch of red flags. So while all this is going on, the fiance, well, I can't remember the fiance's name. What is her first name?
I don't remember it. I feel
No.
like they said Graham's name so much.
I want to look it up real quick. Hold on.
All right. And also,
Heather.
Heather, okay.
Okay.
Also, I mean, she started treating Heather like, she
Badly.
started being rude to Heather, like on the cool, just being rude to her because Heather was gonna be the one to figure her out. So it's probably why she started kind of pushing Heather out and being rude to her.
Yeah. And then so Heather became suspicious after she found that there were credit cards open in Graham's name, and like there were like 20,000 pounds here, 30,000 pounds there. And then she saw that the cars that the mom allegedly bought for them were being paid by Graham now. And so he talked about it. He said that like she was paying it, and then afterwards she stopped paying it, and he had to continue paying. I mean, these
Yeah.
were luxurious car. I think one was a
Luxury
Bentley
cars.
or something.
One was a Range Rover. I don't know what the other one was.
They were like
Um,
expensive cars. And
and
so
Heather said that when they were at the car lot, she was under the impression that Dion, the mom, paid these cars out, like just paid for
off,
them
right?
cash.
She paid them off, but she didn't.
Yeah, but
It was like a
and
finance.
yeah, and she put the cars under Graham's name, So when she stopped paying, he had to start
He
paying
had to
because
start.
it was all under his name. Hey Sheila.
Hey Sheila.
So
She
it's not like
says she says she speaks 18 languages, but I don't believe anything that comes out of Dion's mouth.
no, she and y'all gotta remember she 80 something years old and she's playing games.
So Heather became suspicious and she started doing research, and she learned that, like, she's kind of started figuring out that it was really Graham that was paying everything. And then she found other records of other scams Dion had made, and shoplifting. She was married 3 times. She would put a different father on her marriage license each time. She obtaining property by deception and convincing a man to. Yeah, one man in, I forgot what country. I can't remember the country, but it's a Muslim country, and the Muslim people make a Hajj. A Hajj is a pilgrimage to Mecca for Muslims, like to the Holy Land for Muslims, and it's really expensive. And she told these people that she could make it, cheaper for them, like $40,000 or something like that. And one man paid it, and he's like, I don't know how many other people she's conned with that. So
But
Heather talked to,
that was the scheme that she did right before she called Graham.
yeah,
So when was blowing all this money when she met Graham, it all was these people money that she schemed before. So that's
and
how
different
she had
birthdays on her
money.
marriage licenses. Yeah, different birthdays.
Yeah.
So
That's
when
how she
Heather
had the
talked,
money whenever she first met Graham, is because
well,
she had just
that's how scammers do. They scam
yeah.
one person, then they disappear. They live off that money and show the other, use that money to convince the other person until they need help, and then get money from them and then move on, do the same thing over. It was the same
Yeah,
thing that
over and over.
Swindler did. It was the same thing Anna Delvey
And
did. That's just how
Delvin did
scammers
it.
work. So um Heather talked to Graham's best friend in Switzerland and was like, I don't think she's real. I think she's a scammer. And he agreed because remember, the mom asked him for money.
Mm-hmm.
So they went back to Switzerland, him and Dion, and the best friend took him for some wine and talked to him and was like, we're worried about you and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And they should have a DNA test and stuff. So he was kind of like, okay, I really should think about this. And he went through her room and started digging, and he found red food dye in her hotel room. And he believes that she used it to like fake
Pretend.
blood in her urine. She has sent a picture, and he said that they found all kind of medication for high blood pressure, diabetes, this and that, but no cancer medications. So now he's like super suspicious. He asked for a DNA test, and after being pressured by his friends and stuff, he asked again, and this time she agreed. The first time she didn't. Yeah, I'm not there yet, Sheila. The first time she didn't uh agreed to the DNA test, but this time she did. And it turns out that she really was his mom, which makes this whole thing even more insane.
Terrible.
She took advantage
Terrible.
of that way. But yeah, that's what it ends up to. Like, she just was a woman who traveled around scamming people, you know what I'm saying? And using the funds that she scammed out of one person to convince the next person of her wealth, and then use their money and move on to the next person, do it over and over again. But because it was COVID, and then her return ticket to Malaysia uh, was supposed to be it. The return ticket was actually during the lockdown, so she got stuck in the UK, and so there were no like travelers passing in and out of the UK. So that's why she reached out to her son, because she was going to run out of money.
Which is so sad. It
Yeah.
took you all them many years. What, like, how old was he? I still don't remember. 30
I think she
something,
was like
40
45.
something. Okay. Yeah, because they kept saying 45 years. So 45 years of you not being in your son's life, and then that's what you do. And he says his first memories was he don't remember anything before going to foster care at 2 or whatever. So okay, if
He
he goes
didn't
to
know her.
foster care at 2, huh?
He didn't know her. He didn't remember her at
He
all.
didn't know her at all. But she's, I'm sure, been a schemer and a scammer since the beginning,
Yeah,
and she
yeah.
probably just wasn't a good mom. Obviously, I just couldn't imagine. Because if she would have met him and told him she was on hard times or something, or she just didn't, she couldn't leave the UK, didn't have a lot of money. Well, she did have a lot of money at that time, but I'm sure he would have been just as happy to see her. Probably would
She
have
didn't have
took.
to. Yeah, she didn't have to scam him. And then on top of that, the thing that hit me the most was that Heather and his son did never return from New Zealand. She decided to stay in New Zealand, and
So
he
he lost his
hasn't.
family over this
He lost his
foolishness.
family. He hasn't been able to go to visit because he's in so much debt from his own mom that he can't afford to visit his son in New Zealand.
I hope they made some good money off of this documentary.
I do too, because that sucks.
Oh, she was saying, he ditched him. He was bagging. Exactly. Exactly. She probably used the pregnancy and the baby to scheme and scam. And then whenever she couldn't use him anymore, she probably decided, I can't be a mom anymore.
And
She
then
could.
so Heather went to the police to try and press charges, but the police told her that because it wasn't fraud because Dion is his mom, and so he gave it and it wasn't fraud because she didn't technically commit fraud. She is who she says she is.
Yeah.
And then so at the end of Con Mom, he's like he hasn't seen her, she disappeared, and then she ends up calling him, and she does apologize and say, I really do love you and I'm sorry, but she's who she is and she can't change, and he just ended the call.
It's crazy that at that age, it's that's so much who you are that you're still scamming at 85 years old.
And then I'm that's basically how it ends, but I have so many more questions because who were this lawyer and banker that she was meeting with so frequently and talking to on the phone? Like, were they part of the scam? Like, they blurred their faces out and at the end said that they didn't think that they were part of the scam, but who were they? And it's like I do have, I don't know. I'm just like,
It's not an ending to the story.
here's what bothers me about Graham. He didn't have to leave her there with a newborn. He left his family because he thought he was going to get money. This is what I believe. I mean, yeah, he thought, like, I mean, they were fine. This man is he was he was a chef, a renowned chef and everything, but he hasn't seen his mom. He's 45. He never got the love and anything from his mom, and now she's there. He thought like the trip was going to be like 4 days. She kept extending it. And when he was like, I need to go back, for Heather and the baby, she was like, saying that she was getting worse. And so now he's there like, do I leave my sick and dying mother in Switzerland or go home? Or do I need to be with my newborn child, my partner? So I think it's kind of like you can kind of, I guess come to your own conclusion. It is what it is.
Yeah. And what I feel is that, like, because I've worked with in the foster system, I work in group homes with kids. I feel like no matter how horrible a mom is, a kid will always, 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 always want their mom. So, like, even though he didn't know her, she abandoned him. He was in foster care. Then his dad raised him. All she had to, and she knew this. She was a con artist. All she had to do was call him, and he was there. And I don't think she had to use the money. I think that he would have been all open to being in her life no matter what.
Without the money. I agree.
Without the money. Now,
Like
granted,
I
okay, if a family member, a long lost family member, comes to you and like, I'm rich, I haven't been here, I feel so sorry, I want to get leave it all to you, I'm sick, I'm dying. Even if you're skeptical, you're gonna leave a little door open because you think you're gonna get some money. Everybody gonna get that money, but I don't think
but
she
he
needed to say that.
I kind of don't agree with you on that, Sheila, because he the trip was not he was not trying to be an absent father. He was leaving for a few days to get some financial things in uh in order, and it turned out to be long. So I kind of don't agree with you on that. And like if you I don't know like your personal background with your family and stuff, but like I was raised on my grandparents and not my parents, and I have issues with my parents. And but when you don't get that 100% love from your parents, and then they're there, you want it no matter what. Do I think he was exactly in the right? I think he should have considered it, and him and his partner should have talked about it and decided what was the best option. But I'm not going to say that he was like trying to be an absent dad. He was right, but the yes, he was there for months, but the plan wasn't to be there for months. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
The plan was
Once he
not.
got there, the mom kept stringing it along. Because at first it was supposed to be, you go, we're going, sign some paperwork. And then she kept stringing it along, like, oh, not like, like things weren't working out. So he ended up staying and staying and staying. Granted, I do think, and I don't know how much his partner was actually saying, like she wanted him to come back, like vocally saying it. I do think that, those decisions should have been made with his partner. I don't know how much they were or weren't, but I don't know. Like, I just think, okay, if my partner, if Joseph's mom, he knows his mom, but like if his mom came out of nowhere and was like, want to be in his life, you don't want to be that person that steps in and interrupts that relationship, because then they're going to be resentful of you for the rest of their life if you interrupt that. And I don't know. I think that he did make that choice. Um, he did make that choice. It should have been something that him and his part the decision him and his partner made, and maybe he outweighed and he thought spending days with his mom, her last days on Earth, was important enough. I don't know. I thought they went their separate ways in the end, Kyle mom and son. Yeah, they did.
They
She's
did.
she's
She's in
off,
Malaysia doing whatever. She didn't respond to
conning
any.
somebody else.
Yeah, probably. But
I mean,
like,
because the gag was that she was never sick. We didn't say that, but obviously she was never sick. Not with cancer. Not She wasn't dying. But I don't know. I feel like Dion is a shitty ass person. But she had everybody loving her. The only one that saw through her was Heather, and that's the one she didn't like.
it just sucks that she was really his mom.
Yeah. Because I think it would have been hurtful. The damage would have been done, but it would have been easier to digest for him if it wasn't his real biological mom. Then you'd be like, dang, I got scammed by this random woman. But it was really his mom. If it was important enough to mom, she could have stayed in England. Which mean at the end or when they went to Switzerland? Oh, the wife said the mom. Wait, I'm missing something. Yeah, that's the whole thing. She was healthy. The wife said the mom came between them. Husband didn't. Her husband didn't have her back. Yeah, he he was all high on finding his mom. He didn't see through.
He couldn't see through the scam until it was too late, obviously.
Yeah. Because
But I
I feel
do.
like he didn't seem like a dumb man. He seemed educated enough to know that, like, if this was anybody else, he would have been like, this is crazy. No. But I
Right.
think because it was his mom. Oh, you say instead of going to Switzerland. The whole point of Switzerland was to get papers signed
At the
for the
Switzerland bank,
inheritance.
she told him that he had to have a Swiss account and this and that and blah blah blah, and that for
Yeah.
she
Oh, she's saying
you
if it, she's
you
saying
have
like hypothetically, his mom shouldn't have wanted to go to Switzerland, but it was a scam. So
it was a scam. But like when you think about it, don't forget that this man thought that this woman was dying in a few months. You know what I'm saying? Like he thought that this was his once and only chance. I'm not taking up for him because at the end of the day, I guess am kind of taking up for him. At the end of the day, um, I would have talked with my partner and let him know if I want. I don't know. We don't know the whole thing. It seemed like at the beginning she was like okay, but then the trip kept getting extended. I would be like, it's time for you to come home. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's time for you to come home. You're gonna have to do this a different way. But if you don't if you don't have that, foster kids are different mentally, they're just different. Let's just be real. He's never met his mom. He was in foster care. His dad was a drunk and abusive. This woman came into his life after 45 years and it was his mom, and he was skeptical and everything at first, but then after meeting him, the joy that just came over him was just like, he's like, I finally found my mom. I finally, even though the crazy thing is that he was already so loved, you know what I'm saying? But that's what not receiving the love and affection from your mother at a young age, that's what it does to you. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing like your mom's love. You know what I mean? And so I think that he was just blinded by that. And again, I'm a stick to it because yeah, no, I don't agree with that. He does seem,
right.
he does seem sad. He says he misses his son and he's just, but he knows that he's okay and everything. I'm not going to say that he doesn't seem remorseful. We don't know what's in that man's mind. I'm going to definitely disagree with that. This man, he missed. I know you watch the same show, but I'm telling you, in my personal opinion, that's your opinion, that you can't tell from him talking on the screen that he doesn't care that his son is on the other side of the world. That's no, I don't agree with that. I'm dying.
Yeah. Wait, was that noise you?
I just charged my MacBook. It was dying.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if my phone was dying because I heard do. Really, I don't know how much charge I got. I should check on that. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, 33%. Did I go dark?
No, you still here.
Um, I forgot my train of thought. Oh, what I wanted to say was I think part of it too though is whenever she first came in the picture and throughout the time, she was it's not like she was being a unlikable person. Everybody liked her. Like she was being funny and likable and all in act. I'm sure, but I think that's also what made it like, oh, and she seemed like such a good fun person. All the friends liked her. She was fun. They all thought she was fun at 80 something years old.
Yeah. I would like to know I would like to hear what she had to say. I tried to look to see like where she is and things now, but when Netflix reached out to her to comment on the documentary, she wouldn't respond.
Well, why would she? Unless they offered her enough money.
Maybe if they would have offered her some money, she would have responded.
I don't know. She's a character. How many, and I bet you in her day when she was young, she probably was something else. She probably was scheming men left and right.
Obviously, she probably was because I mean, she was married 3 times. Her birth father was different on each one, and like Sheila said, she was changing her date of birth too. So
Yeah.
we don't even know if she
We
85.
don't know how old she is. But did they ever say if she had any other kids?
They never said.
Because I
She
wonder if
probably
she had other
didn't.
kids.
She probably didn't because her life, she's a grifter, you know what I'm saying? Like what she was saying earlier, or was it Mitzi, that he's just like too much baggage for her to do what she need to do.
Yeah, Sheila said that. But that don't mean nothing. How many people have babies and babies go into the system and they just keep having more and more babies? I know some people.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
But I don't know. That she must have been a whippersnapper. Ooh, something in my eye. I'm not saying what mom did wasn't wrong. It was wrong on so many levels. Yeah, it definitely was. Just the fact that you gonna con your son, and then the son that she could have just asked for money. But I mean, you're a con artist. That's what you do.
I truly believe if she would have came to her son with just $1, he would have been like, he would have had the same reaction. It was just
Yeah,
a perk that she was very wealthy, and like he never asked her for anything. She offered everything. He wasn't like, "Mom, you told me that you're this wealthy and this and that. Can you help me and my family out or this or that?" You know what I mean? Like she offered it, and I believe that if she came to him with $5, he would have been just as in like enamored with his mom as
he
he
would
was.
have, and he probably would have gave her money willingly. Because to me, if he was in it only for the money, once he had to start giving money, he would have been like, "Wait, something not right about this. I ain't trusting this woman." But the fact that he was so gaga eyes for his mama that he started forking up money left and right and going deep and deep and deep in death, Lord Jesus, in debt. She probably gets a rush from the con. She probably does. It's probably like a little high, like a little drug. See how much you can get out of people.
But
Because the fact that she was just asking his friends on the cool when he leave the room, like, what woman, you about to out yourself. He didn't
it
want the
just
car. She gave it to him. Yeah, but under in the bad part was it was under his name, so he had to pay for it in the end.
the
If he
the
did,
crazy part is that he's so in debt that he can't do anything right now because I think at the end it was like 300,000 pounds.
that's crazy. And I mean, he because he said whenever she got him the car, he said that he needed another car, but he wasn't in a position to buy another car or whatever. So he obviously, wasn't like rich to just be giving away that much money. Whether he was, I'm sure they were doing okay for themselves, but he wasn't rich. He had good enough credit. I don't know how credit go in Europe, but he had good enough credit to get all them credit cards for his mama. We're
Right.
only seeing the story after fact, right? And they leave out so much stuff in these documentaries. We don't know the entire story. I would love to know more about it, but
That's why I said I would love to hear her talk and tell, like, ma'am, I just want, like, you're his mom.
she can make a YouTube channel and make bank because I want to know what she doing on her day to day. But I guess she can't let us know about her scams. She can make a TikTok. How to scam your son. Oh, We did I miss something?
I'm trying to look to see where she is now, but
No, I tried to look too. It's in it basically didn't say much. She low profile. She went too far with that last con. Her son. Ma'am, you waited till you was in your 80s. You could have never did that.
it's like it's kind. I feel like that was the first big red flag with the cars, and then she put it in. I get it. She put in his name because she wanted to give him the car, but
If you're not paying it full out, I don't want it in my name. Cause now I'm responsible. Put in your name, and then whenever you pay it off, transfer it to my name. She
I
doesn't
think
deserve
that
a cent. No,
he
she
was
don't.
so. I think that no, and the next. I lied. The first red flag was that she declined taking a DNA test.
I wonder why she did that.
I don't know because she was his mom.
I know. And first and foremost, when at first I was like, man, I hope this not his real mom. Like from the beginning of documentary, that's how I felt. Cause you already, I mean, the name of this con mom, so you know she a con artist. So I'm like, I'm hoping it's not his real mom. Then when they showed a picture of them together, I was like, that's his mama. He looked just like that woman.
I would have done the research that Heather did after she started becoming suspicious. Me, I would have done it before.
Yeah. That's the because we some PI investigators. We gonna investigate. She didn't even have to tell him. She could have just been on the cool doing her investigation. Cause let a long lost family member find you. I'm going to investigate. You're not gonna scam my friend. Missy, the first red flag was leaving her son with his alcoholic father. I don't even know how that all ended up because the son was in foster care first. I don't even know. Foster sister, the sister must have gave him to his dad once his dad got married or something, maybe. Yeah, abandoning your child is the first red flag. You're right. Fred, what you eating over there? Crackers? They
Mhm.
sound tasty.
They are really good.
It tastes like a Ritz. I mean, it sounds like a Ritz. What is it?
It's in Walmart. No, I don't know. I can't remember. I threw away the box, but I don't
There
like
was
Ritz.
a.
It's not Ritz.
You don't like them?
Not really.
You just said they're really good.
But these are not Ritz.
Oh, you say you don't like
I don't really
Ritz.
like Ritz.
Girl, who are you? Ritz are the best. They all buttery.
I think that's what it is. It's butterines.
You don't like the butter? There was a thread about this in the Netflix subreddit. Oh, I didn't see. Yeah, that it was. Dad probably wanted the money. Brits subsidized the kids. Oh, so, to support his alcohol situation. Did he say how the stepmom treated him? I don't remember if he spoke much about that.
I don't think so. At the end of the day, I hope that Dion never contacts him again. I hope he gets his stuff. I was going to say a bad word. I hope he gets his stuff together. He gets his stuff together, and he's working. It seems like he has a good foundation now, like his work family and stuff. He has a good support system, is what I was trying to say. Good support system now. At the end of the doc, he was calling him his family and stuff. I think he learned that just because is not blood. Family is still, you know, who you make it out to be. He doesn't need the mom that he's been missing all those years, you know, to be happy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he gets
Hey
his
Tracy.
hi Tracy.
Sorry.
He gets his life together, pays off his debts, and go and visit his son or move with his son and be there for his son so that he's not having the same generational curse to his son. You know what I'm saying? Being an absent parent away from his son as his mom was. So I hope he gets his life together, and I hope it works out.
I hope so too. And you know, this documentary maybe will jumpstart him being able to be more financially stable. I just hope his son has a good male role model. I hope he has good people in his life for sure. Um, which I'm sure that's why she left in the first place. Why she stayed in New Zealand for the support system she had out there. Well, because I'm sure she felt abandoned and alone.
Yeah. It just sucks though, because it's like,
If this woman wouldn't have made that phone call, life for them would have been so different.
I read in one of the on Reddit too that some one person was talking negatively about Heather, saying that she should have loved him unconditionally and not left him and this and that. And I'm like,
She had a child to see about.
she had to do what she had to do for her mental health and for her child. Like, even though I do think that at the end of the day, Dion is the problem, I don't think that what's his name, Graham. I feel for him because I know what it's like to feel for what he's feeling. But I mean, Heather wasn't the problem. Graham was the problem because of Dion. You know what I'm saying? So for that, just I completely disagree with that. She had to do what she had to do for her and her child.
Yeah, yeah. Wasn't there another guy who said he was her son and called the name Royal
Oh
Family?
yeah, the Asian guy that she borrowed money from, and he was like in debt and everything. So he called them. He called the Burmese, like the Burmese. I don't know, like I don't know I don't know if he called the royal family, but like the people who, you know, represents the royal family in Brunei, and they said that they never heard of her. She was not related or attached in
Obviously.
any kind of way.
This woman here, she lived a while, a wild little life. It seemed like. I wonder what her upbringing was like.
That would be crazy.
Where she got them scamming ways from?
Her parents are probably scammers if she knew them.
Maybe she was like an orphan and became a scammer.
Maybe
Maybe that's why she don't feel no
remorse.
way about her son. I don't blame her for moving closer to her family for support. Right? She did what she had to do. Did what she had to do for her and her child. Nah. I am a mother who raised a son whose father left. Is not easy. No, I'm sure it's not. I'm definitely sure it's not. I don't have boys. I don't know anything about boys. So, but I had a brother, I guess. I guess we need to talk about next week. This week's homework for next week. We were supposed to be coming each with a show. You have a show, Celine?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, maybe not.
Same. I watched one today. Karen Reed, the Karen
Oh,
Reed trial.
I started watching that one. We should do it.
I would like to. Though it's a docu series is the only thing is it's several episodes, but I would like to hear other people's opinions on that because I don't know. I don't know.
No, I think it's good because I know it's a few episodes, but I started it too because I was like, this looks crazy.
Are you interested in catfishing? Wait, what? It matters. I guess all we can do is try to do the best we can. Yeah. Everybody gotta play with the cards they were dealt. Is that what they say? I don't
Hmm.
know how you say it, but everybody gotta, deal with what life gives them and the best way that they can. That's all we can do. It's all we can do, y'all. It's work with what we got. Oh, like a show about catfishing? What you got, Mitzi? What you know about who was catfishing? So, I don't the Karen Reed thing. I'll tell y'all what that's about. Y'all can decide if y'all are interested. Shelby's not here. Y'all can decide if y'all are interested in watching. But the Karen Reed thing is about she's on trial for vehicular homicide for killing her fiance. Um, and she says she's innocent. They say she's guilty. She says she's been framed. It's just a big thing because her fiance was a cop, a Boston cop. Yes, I watched Bobby Love. Oh, we talked about Bobby Love. We talked about Bobby
Yeah,
Love
we
on
talked
here.
about it.
We did a live about Bobby Love. That was a good one.
Yeah, but it turned out to be her. It was the one that turned out to be her cousin.
Yeah, that that's crazy because that was some years
That was
and having grown up conversations with each other. Wait, Sheila, what you saw on another show? Bobby Love or Karen Reed? You say you started watching it, or you wanted to watch it?
I wanted to watch it. It's on my list.
Oh, because when you watch it, I want to talk about it with you. Because I have a theory, but I don't care to listen to that woman. To what woman? Karen Reed? Karen. 2020 or something. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I think whenever all this was going down, it was popular. I didn't know about it, but it was popular. Bobby Love lasted 9 years. Yeah, that was crazy, Missy. That was crazy.
That was insane.
It was too deep. Her cousin took too much time on that. It went too deep.
Insane.
Do y'all have any other suggestions then? She'll say she don't want to hear Karen talk.
Sorry, Nucci.
But somebody need to watch Karen Reed because
I'm gonna watch it.
I need to solve the case with somebody.
It's on my list to watch. You know.
We'll watch. I watched it all today. Was it today? Last night. Last night. Since hubby wasn't home and I was in bed alone, I just watched the whole thing. Let me think of what else. What else? What was it that y'all told me to put on my Netflix watch later?
Oh, that was Gone Girls from the one about the Long Island serial killer.
Oh, I just finished. Oh, the Murdoch murders. It is bizarre. It is. I watched that one too. That one was so in the media that I was keeping up a little bit, but then I started getting tired of hearing about this man. But I did watch the documentary a while back. I'm sure there's more than one, but
I've seen so much on it.
and then I watched Going Girls, nothing new. Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the same.
Um, do you watch Emily Baker ever? She covered the Murdoch case in detail. Well, she was a lawyer, a prosecutor, but now she does just legal commentary,
Mhm.
usually on like things in pop culture, that kind of stuff. Like, so if it's like famous people or whatnot, she'll cover their court cases. But she is like extremely smart, extremely detailed. She keeps it fun, but she also is very informative. You was all in what from the beginning? Oh, Gone Girls. All right. Any other documentaries or cases? I'm trying to think
Oh,
what
there is
else.
one that I seen on Max. Alabama Snake.
What a kind of song. Why when I type in Alabama in Google, the first thing come up is Alabama Barker? Ma'am, there's not. th- This is what our world has come to.
Basically. It's on my list and on HBO Max. On I call it HBO Max, but Max.
What is it about? I don't, wait, hold on. I see it, but it's not telling me what it's about. Oh, the Murdoch boys. Alabama Snake explores the story of October 4th, 1991, when a violent crime was reported in the town of Scottsboro, Alabama. Glenn Summerford, a Pentecostal minister, was accused of attempting to murder his wife with a rattlesnake. The details of the investigation in the trial that followed have haunted Southern Appalachia for decades.
But why with a rattlesnake?
Oh wait, Thomas Burton, who has the movie, it features local historian and folklorist Thomas Burton, who has spent his life studying the culture, beliefs, and folklore of Pentecostal snake handlers, painting a Southern Gothic portrait of Summerford and his tale of demon possession. Oh wow. Okay, I need to put that on my watch. How long is it?
I don't know.
I don't see. I can't wait to watch that, Mitzi. Wait, what are y'all talking about? Happy Face. Is that the one about the Happy Face killer? Oh, I went by my brother today and the little smiley face on the wall is gone.
How
It
did
did look like it was written with chalk though, so maybe the rain might have washed it away.
Maybe.
It looked like it was rimmed with
It was white.
no, it was blue.
No, the wall is the building is like a grayish blue, but the smiley face was in white.
The building is white, mommy.
Oh, the building is white.
Mommy, I saw it today. No, I saw the building today.
Okay.
A few weeks ago, in my memories on Facebook came up. It had a picture of the Tiger King, and I went to look at the caption, and it was like, "Is anybody else watching this?" I started watching it, and it's insane. I can't stop watching it.
Were they not there for 2020? All of 2020.
I know, but like this was during it. Like I was posting it as I was watching.
Oh.
It was a memory on Facebook.
Oh.
And I was like, that's what my caption said. Is anyone else watching this? Because what am I watching? Like, it's crazy. And I can't stop watching it.
Man, that was a time. That was a time. The program, Mitzi, I never heard of that one. What is that?
I think I watched that one.
What is that one on? I Googled it, but I don't know. A bunch of random stuff came up. What that's on? And what is that about? What's the one you said about Alabama Snake? I need to go and put that on my watch list. The program Cons, Cults, and Kidnapping with Catherine Hubbard. Is that the one? We still want to know what happened to Carol Baskin's husband. Girl. Carol Baskin. We definitely want to know.
Bougie bitch.
Because he not in Cuba. Or wherever they said.
They talked about what happened to him on the next one. I thought we didn't solve it.
No, girl. There's still theories. We don't know. They did talk about him, but they didn't. It's not. Nobody don't know. It's on Netflix. Okay, let me see if I can find it.
Why do you have Netflix on your phone? No, I can't be talking to that myself.
The program. Former students of the academy at Ivy Ridge. Oh, I watched this. I watched this. I forgot that was the name of it. Did we talk about that here? You remember? The program is about the Ivy Ridge school.
No, we didn't talk about it. I mean, we kind of talked about it, but we didn't like watch it and talk about it.
Okay. Oh, remember that documentary, Don't F with Cats?
Yeah.
That was a time too, because we was watching that around 2020.
What the?
What, Boogie? I don't know what you're saying. All right, so we got to make a decision. We talked about talking about it. Oh, we got to make a decision. What are we watching? So I can set up the live. Where's my Wednesday?
What are you watching, friend?
Huh?
What are we gonna watch, friend?
We got the program. What was the other one? Oh, I'm giving balloons. The program. I forgot already.
What
Celine, you're not
was it?
helping me at all.
The Karen something.
Oh, the program Karen Reed, and it was another one. Alabama Snake.
Not Alabama Snake.
Alabama. Go to Bama.
Alexander Walker.
Alabama. Let's vote.
Why y'all voting?
It's only four. It's only four of us. What you vote for, Celine? You gotta vote. Don't say you don't care.
Oh,
The Karen, whatever her name is.
No, I was going to vote for that. Now you gotta change your vote.
Why?
That's not how votes work. I was between that and Alabama Snake.
I mean, either I'm gonna watch them both, but so it doesn't matter. But I think that the one with Karen would be interesting to talk about to get
The
everyone's point
only
of
thing with
view.
that one is that is so many is like 5 episodes. What are you doing? Why are you giving me? I don't want it.
you need it.
No, I don't. Where do you see a bone?
It's
Oh, right here.
That's a pimple.
Yeah, yeah. I was not prepared.
Okay, get the vote from the rest of them.
Did anybody vote? I haven't. Uh. Oh wait. Oh, the program. Yeah. Sheila votes the program. Mitzi, what do you vote, girl? You vote the program. Mitzi votes the program on Alabama Snake. This vote didn't help at all.
It's 2-2.
Carol Bass.
What's the program? I actually think I didn't watch it. Is this the one that Paris Hilton went to?
I don't know which one she went to.
Because if
But
that's the
this
one, I didn't watch it because it's like, I mean, I get it, but I mean, I didn't watch it.
it's something like a school like that. But the documentary is created by a girl who went to the school, and she also confronts her dad. That's the one where they like kidnap you. Oh, Tracy says she the tiebreaker. She says the program.
Okay.
Okay, so we doing the program.
Why don't y'all just do both?
We can do the other one the following week, but we're not gonna do both for today. No, no, I don't know what you're asking, but the answer is no. All right, I'm gonna set it up while we're here because I feel like that's the best way for me to get it done. Set up the live. I mean,
Hey, I can spell it.
close those blinds, baby. Make sure the blinds in my room are closed.
They're close, honey. They're close. I can spell it.
That the other blinds in my room is closed too. You close both of them.
Yeah, it's been closed.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I can spell it for you.
Alabama in 2 weeks. Give us time to watch all the episodes. Wait, Alabama has multiple episodes?
I don't know.
I don't think so. The one that have multiple episodes is Karen Reed. But oh shoot. I think Alabama is just one documentary. I don't know. All right, y'all. I'm setting it up so I don't forget. Have you seen the Alabama show, Nancy? Ask, ask Sheila. Mm. What did I do? Oh. Uh, the program on Netflix. Sorry, y'all. I'm looking down because I'm trying to get it set up. Uh, I'm telling y'all, Scamanda was good. I watched Scamanda. She was a trip.
A trip.
She was a trip. Scamanda was the one that faked cancer. You watched it?
Mm-hmm.
That's some mm-hmm.
I've watched it, but I've watched
All kind
prior
of stuff
to
on it.
that when Kendall Ray did her. Like a lot of people did, so I've watched it a couple times. You know,
I haven't watched Kendall Ray in a long time.
I haven't been able to watch my stuff in a long time too.
All right, y'all. I got y'all set up for next week. The program is homework. If you're watching this on replay, the program is homework. Before y'all we get off of here, y'all hit the like button. Oh look,
I watched the one of her in Australia too.
another cancer faker.
Yeah. And then there's a lot of women. They're weird.
People be faking cancer. Why cancer? I guess since there's no way for other people to really know. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming hang out with us
We
on
did
this
good.
Wednesday.
We did over an hour.
Yeah. Oh, you are at a retreat. Oh,
Have
fun.
fun, Miss
Wait, who's at a retreat? Mitzi? Somebody said something about being at a retreat.
Mitzi.
Oh, have fun, girl. Uh, Tonight I'm using the seam ripper to undo a complete project. I'm still waiting on the package. Oh no. That don't sound fun. All right. Thank y'all for coming by this Wednesday. Hopefully we see y'all again next Wednesday. Like I said, hit the thumbs up before you leave. And if you're on replay, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit that little bell notification so that you can be notified whenever we go live and whenever we finally get some episodes posted. Most of it is in fun in the mountains.
I mean, what happened to
Oh,
your
cool.
boo?
All right. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye for real.
You make me sick.